Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at one to watch for Team of the Week 11 now. So let's jump right into it. We'll start out with Eden Hazard. He's in this Team of the Week. I really don't like investing in one to watch players that are in the current Team of the Week. I feel like EA has a bias as far as giving them back-to-back Team of the Weeks. Even if their performance merits it, I feel like they have to go above and beyond what's kind of expected. Also, just speaking on this Hazard card, on Xbox he's going for 885k. That's really high to be investing in with, Hazard's form in the league has been pretty poor, so I would stay away from it. It's a huge investment, and just the return's not going to be that great. Just not worth it in my opinion. So we'll give Hazard a pass this week. We'll move on to his brother, Thorgan. Got a Team of the Week card in Week 9, I believe. He's been playing decent, but they're playing bottom of the table team. I don't remember the name of the team. But they're playing bottom of the table team, which is good because he could put up big stats, but it also isn't good because, one goal, one assist still might not be enough. It'd probably have to be a 2 to 3 goal contribution type day to get any card, any informed card. So I would pass on Thorgan, trading for about 28k, reasonable, but pass on him as well this week. Now we'll stick with his teammate, Julian Brandt. This card's going for about 40k. I really just don't like a BVB player this week, just with their inferior opponent. So not much to talk about here. I'd pass on them. Let's move on to our next player, Romelu Lukaku. Inter's been playing really well to start the season. Lukaku got an inform, I believe, in Team of the Week 9. He played well for Belgium in the international break, 58k. They're playing. Who are they playing? I'm not sure who they're playing. Anywho, he's been playing great. Oh, they're playing Torino. Excuse me. Playing Torino, it's a good side. 2 goals. Could for sure be enough to get it in for him. And the way he's been playing, I wouldn't doubt it. He's scored in just about every Series A match, I believe. So at 58k, not a bad investment. Not my favorite, but decent. We'll stay on that same thread here and find his teammate. Where is he? Nicolo Barella. He's been playing really good as of lately. Scored the winner before the international break and also scored a goal in the international break. This card is still trading for under 20k. 83 rated. He's club 70s. Another inform can bump him up to nearly club 80s minus his shooting. Any of these cards that are trading for under 20k or near discard, at 17k, like let's say he tears ACL this Saturday, you're only going to lose 7k. He'll probably drop down the discard value, maybe a little bit above it just because this is one upgrade, but you're really not losing that much. So it's a fairly safe investment. Price only shot up. You see it leveled out at 17k. He just got his inform. Inform's going for near discard. I like Barella, especially this week against Torino, rather than Lukaku, because as a midfielder, as more so a holding midfielder, if he scores a goal and it turns out to be the winning goal, it's most likely going to be another inform. So I do like picking him up. Moving on, we'll stay in Italy. Irvin Lozano. Napoli is playing AC Milan's a big name matchup, not necessarily big in the league, whereas AC Milan has been awful so far. Napoli's up in the top tier, but they're both big name clubs. This card's going for 41K right now. Pretty expensive for 82 rated, but it's only because Herman Lozano is ridiculous. If this card gets an upgrade, I mean, this card is already really good right now. An upgrade would make him very, very usable. I mean, this is the best. Now they released the unlockable right mid for Inter. His name is escaping me right now, but besides that, Lozano is really the only usable right wing in Series A. So this card is usable as is. At 41K, it's kind of high for 82 rated, but if he gets an upgrade, it would be OP. With that said, I do not like picking up this week, even though it's a big name matchup. He's playing shoddy minutes. He hasn't started the last few games, and he's been coming off the bench, really only getting like 20 minutes the last few games. So I'll pass on Lozano this week. Moving on, I also just want to note, we're not going to really discuss any of the SBC players just because, they're not available for everybody. And if you didn't do the SBC, I don't really want to touch on it because you have them no matter what. You're not going to sell an untradeable. Pop back over, talk about Barcelona. Antonio Griezmann, he's been playing good for Barca. Had a good international break, scored a couple goals, I believe. This card's trading at just over 800,000. Again, that's a lot of money, a lot of coins for, just the average foot player to be investing. Not everyone has that laying around. So, with that said, Barca doesn't have a big time matchup coming up this week. They're playing a bottom of the table team. He could put up big numbers because it's bottom of the table, but I don't know. I'm just not in love with having 800,000 coins invested in something. When he's probably gonna need a hat trick to get in for him. 2 goals versus an inferior opponent isn't gonna get it done. So I'm gonna pass on him this week also. Moving on down to Frankie de Jong. So we'll stay with Barcelona. This card's going for quite a bit. I think it's going for like 200, mid 200s. Yeah, 240s. This card is really good, really well rounded. Obviously, a lot of people like it. A lot of people use it. Same story. They're playing a bottom of the table team, but it is a little different when you're a midfielder. You really, especially this type of style he plays, he's more of a holding. I mean, he does get forward, but he's not known for scoring. With that said, with Barca being a superpower and them playing a bottom of the table team, there's probably going to be, I think the end result of this game will be 3-0. So he's going to need at least 2 goals, and I don't see that happening. It'd be different if they were playing a top opponent and it ended 1-0 and De Jong scored. I mean, obviously that's going to be the candidate, but I'm going to pass on him. 240, bottom of the table team. Don't love it. Even if he scores, don't love his chances. Coutinho. Let's see. Bayern is... Who are they playing this week? He's been limited in minutes. They're playing a lower table team. Trading at 185. I've used his base card, 79 pace. I mean, so it's only got a 1. You really want him in the midfield centrally. He's just not quick enough to play outside. But with that said, he's been playing shoddy minutes, hasn't been necessarily a lock in the first team. So I'm going to pass on him again this week. 185, bottom of the table team. They might start a more youthful team, a less experienced team. So I'm going to pass on Coutinho. Get back to, there we go. Heather Coutinho, Jones. Let's do it, Delit. Coming off an inform in Team of the Week 9, scored the winner. Juve is playing, let's see here. Delit, excuse me. They're playing Atalanta. It's a good team. He's been a mainstay since Chiellini went down. Clean sheet could be enough because Atalanta is up there in the top of the league. Clean sheet, I don't know, it's hard to say. 50K is a little high for this. Not a bad pickup. He's one of the best defenders in the league at 86 rated already, so decent pickup, but I'm not in love with it. Mario Icardi. PSG's putting up crazy numbers. I do like PSG players, especially this 85 rated striker going for 54K. Not bad. He's flirted with some informs this year, but hasn't got one. With Mbappe back and Cavani coming back, it's a lot more goals to be spread around. So, PSG scores at a high clip, but there's so many people that can do it. I would pass on him again this week. 54K is a little high for me. Sarabia is kind of the same story. He's been getting good minutes, but 16K, it's not a dangerous investment. Kind of like I said earlier, you can offload him at minus 6K maximum. So obviously we don't want to lose money, but it's not that dangerous, barring an injury or what have you. Coming up, we'll talk about Nicolas Pepe. Been really disappointing for Arsenal so far. He's probably trying to get his bearings set. Still adjusting to playing in the Premier League. Anyways, 128. I've used this card and I really do like it. An upgrade. Probably just make that even that much better. 128 is really reasonable, and an upgrade to him, people probably go quite crazy over. I believe they're playing Southampton. Yeah, they're playing Southampton. Not a big matchup. His playing time has been kind of inconsistent in the league. Emery, I don't know what Emery's doing, but he's on the fence. They need a result. I don't love picking him up this week just because even if he scores one goal, it's really not necessarily enough to get him in form. So I'll pass on him. Sebastian Haller. They have a game versus Spurs. First game under Mourinho for the Spurs. Again, this card falls into our price range that we really like, under 20K. Like 6K loss at the most. And also, cards that are trading for under K don't have that much room to fluctuate. It's going to go up or down 1 or 2,000 at the most if nothing happens. So it's safe. There's not a lot of movement in the price range. Unless he gets an inform, or he's considered for an inform. He's been playing every game. He's West Ham's leading scorer. Good investment every week so far. Maguire. So United's defense has looked awful all year. But that being said, Maguire looked good in the international break. England just rolled through everybody. Don't find who they're playing. They are up against Sheffield. This should be a low-scoring game. United has had trouble scoring. They've been scoring more recently, but they've had trouble scoring. Also had trouble defending. Luckily, Sheffield isn't scoring much. Most games that they're winning is 1-0, or they're drawing 1-1, 0-0. I don't expect this game to get over 2 goals. Maguire's going for near discard. It's a good pickup if you can pick up like 10 of these, And if he's under consideration, pops up 7K, there's 70K profit. And you're really not risking much at all. So I do like picking up Maguire this week. Another card I like picking up is Wan-Bissaka. The only thing is this card's going for a little bit more, going for right around 30. A lot of people like using this card, this base card. Obviously there's been some better right backs come out with Walker getting inform and whatnot. But if this card gets an inform, it could be really good. It's already good enough to use currently. Kind of along the same lines. I expect this game against Sheffield to be low scoring. Wan-Bissaka gets an assist and a clean sheet. Could be good enough for inform. Go over to Joe Felix. He's coming off a sprained ankle, training at 100, just over 100K. I don't like picking him up. He hasn't played in the last 4 La Liga matches. I'm going to pass on him this week. Not much to talk about there. Joe Ellington, he started every game for Newcastle. Newcastle's looked terrible so far. Going for near discard. Look, if they're playing big minutes and it's going for near discard, it's really not a bad. It's safe. There's not much to lose here. So, I'd always suggest investing in someone near discard that's playing big minutes, and Joe Ellington's that guy. He hasn't given off any indication that he's going to give you an inform, but you're really not risking anything. Keep on moving up. Pulisic. Pulisic was he did not play in the international break. I believe he's on the injury report currently. Got to inform in Team of the Week 9. 50K right now. It's hard to say. I don't know the status of his health. So just for that minute, he's been really good for Chelsea the last few weeks, obviously. But I'll pass on him this week just because of status, and I'm probably coming off the bench, but I could be wrong. I'd rather get burnt than have 50K tied up. Jovic, kind of along the same lines. He's coming off an injury. Didn't play for Real Madrid. He's really playing minutes here and there, not much. Going for 25K, nothing really jumps out. I mean, even if he gets an inform, it's not going to jump that much. Just going to tie up your money. I'd pass on Jovic again. Lucas Hernandez, he's currently hurt, so I think he should be back in the middle of December. I'll pass on him this week. Ben Yedder, he's been scoring really good for Monaco. I mean, 340. A lot of people love this card. 5-star weak foot. Agility's great. The stats are great. Yeah, I mean, he's been scoring nearly every week, averaging almost a goal a game. So at 350, it is quite a bit to be invested in. But if he gets an inform, his card shot up, nearly. Yeah, it shot up about 200,000. The last one. I mean, I don't anticipate it jumping that much for his next inform. He got a 2 overall stat upgrade. You could easily make 100K if he gets informed. So it's not a bad investment. It is a lot to be tied up in, but Ben Yedder's honestly, he's been threatening each week to be a candidate for Team of the Week. Rodrigo, he's coming back from injury. His minutes have been spotty here for City. They're playing Chelsea, so it is a big matchup. Trading for 30K at 85 rated. It's pretty good price value. And if he gets an inform, be near Club 70. Strong link into La Liga with the Spain nationality. So it could be a good card. 30K, not that big a risk. It's been steadily decreasing. So I do like Rodrigo picking up. 30K is not that much to be invested in. But I think we've covered everyone so far. Like I said, we're not doing the SBC players just because, if you have them, you have them. If you don't, you can't get them. So that's kind of my positions this week, who I'm going to be invested in. If you did like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe already. And I think we'll be back, try to do these at least by Friday. Hopefully do it Thursday, maybe even Wednesday after the Team of the Week is released. Looking forward to the games come up this weekend. But we didn't have any games on Friday today, so all the games are going to be starting tomorrow. Thanks for watching.